Hey, my name is Willy Minnix. I am the author of the Mandolin Dead Man's Tuning series of books, and I want to talk a little bit more about musicality for musicians. And one of the things that I run into, as a music teacher, I like to put together like bands for my students. And one of the things that I run into is that maybe I'll have more piano students at one time than I have other instruments to work with. So what do you do if you have 2 or 3 keyboard players and they all want to play in the band? Well, you could have a problem. So I'll give you a little anecdote from my own personal history. When I was in college, I played in a swing band, and one of the students for her senior project put together this big band, and we had a lot of people that were playing, and there were 3 of us who played piano. And so of the 3 of us, we had to switch. So I ended up playing in the concert, I think, 2 songs. One of the other students played a couple, and then one of the students played like 1. And so we had to take turns, with the piano, because there wasn't, you weren't going to have 2 pianos in a swing band. But what I found is a lot of music actually will have multiple keyboard parts. So you may have, well, let's just take somebody like Elton John. Elton John a lot of times would have a piano because that's his main instrument. But then it'd be doubled with some kind of maybe an electronic piano sound. So you may have this piano, which is Elton John's main part. But then you might find that there's some part of the song that might have a piano that sounds more like, let me find it here, maybe like this piano. Now by itself, that sounds a little bit weak, but if it's playing its part and the main piano is playing its part, then you can kind of get that variation and it'll sound interesting. The other thing that you can do is you can bring in, let me put my effects on here. Oh, it's not plugged in. That's all right. You can bring in an organ. Like you can get a 60s kind of drawbar sound. But you kind of don't want it all muddled together. So if you've got the piano playing down here, then put your drawbar up here and fade it in. And as the piano moves up there, then you move down lower so that you get out of the piano's way, and vice versa. And that's one way that you can use 3 different keyboards in the same band and it's going to sound okay. So don't worry if you're a young person and you only have friends maybe from your piano lesson class that play piano. If you still want to put a band together, you can do that. Just figure out what parts people are going to play. The other thing you can do is some of the classic band stuff from the 80s and the late 70s, like bands like Yes or Kansas or Foreigner. Some of these bands had several keyboards, parts that were part of their whole sound. So you can find other songs that will fit what you're doing and what your lineup is, and you can make it work for you. So that's all I had to say today about that. I hope you have a great day. God bless, and we'll see you in the next video.